Yo, what is good YouTube? As always, my name is Kevin, or Kevs, or whatever floats your boats, and welcome back to another Call of Duty video on Modern Warfare 2. So, it's been a minute since I uploaded a video, like about 2 days or so. Probably 3 days by the time you see this. And honestly, the reason why is because I wanted to get this video perfect. I wanted to really test out the snipers, test out my settings, and really get the right proper settings that I'm going to use the majority of the time that I play this game, and give you guys the best possible information as possible. So, without further ado, this is my best sniper settings on controller. So let's get right into it. Alright, so I don't have a face cam right now, mainly because it's really late, and I think a voiceover is a lot nicer, and it's not too bad. So right off the bat with the controller settings here, I play on controller. As you can see, is my inputs for button layout and, you know, button stick layout, everything like that. I play on defaults because I play on a SCUF controller. Now I have my paddles on the back. I play with 3 paddles only. On controller vibration, I play with it off. I think it's a bit of a distraction, to be quite honest with you, and I don't really like it. So trigger effect, I play on the PS5, but because I have the, what do you want to call it, the mouse click triggers on the SCUF controller, I literally don't have that on. I also will put my controller down in the description below if you guys want to check it out. It's a nice controller, base Pomage, love it. Anyways, moving on to horizontal and vertical sensitivity. Now I play on 9.9. Now, a lot of snipers like to play on high sensitivity. Me personally, I think 9.9 feels pretty nice. It feels fast enough for me to turn around and do like 180s or whatever and just quick scope someone if they're behind me or whatever it is. And it's not, but it is not fast enough to do 360. So if you want to do a 360, you could bump it up to like maybe a 12 or a 13. But to me, 9.9 feels amazing because I don't really go for trick shots. I just go for feeds, and it works for me. So take with that what you will. Again, don't copy all my settings. This is just more of a to get you an idea so you can mess around with your own settings type of thing, you know. So moving on, I haven't really touched any of these at all, to be honest. This is all defaults. This is all defaults. I haven't touched anything like that. The one thing I did touch is for movement. Now, when you're sniping, you know, when you're tactical sprinting, I don't feel it anyways, but I heard it makes you ADS a little slower than where you would if you had automatic tactical sprint off or whatever. So you had to press manually the button to sprint or to tactical sprint. But I don't really tell much of a difference. I know some snipers like having it off, some just have automatic sprint, some have it all. I have it all, maybe because it just feels comfortable and I can move around quicker. So again, personal preference. Do with that what you will. But that's basically it. I didn't really touch anything else besides the plates, the armor plates, because I play Warzone, so I have it set to apply all. Moving on to advanced settings. Now this is where we get to the juicy bit of the video here. So here I play on aim assist. Obviously I use aim assist. I play on standard aim assist. I know some people like to use Black Ops because it gives you a lot of aim assist for like regular guns or focusing or even precision. Now I will say precision was amazing on Cold War, on Black Ops Cold War. It felt awesome on the snipers. On this game, it does not feel that way. I don't like it personally, so I just use regular default settings, the default aim assist type. For aim response curve type, now again, some snipers use linear. I guess it feels good. For me, I feel like dynamic's the way to go. It lets me, I guess, I don't know, have less input delay and lets me snap quicker, and it just feels nice. ADS sensitivity, transition timing, I have it set to instant. Some, again, use after zoom. I like having it on instant because I also use regular guns, and it's just handy. It's nice. It also makes me feel snappier, too. It feels good. Alright, so for custom sensitivity zoom, now this is where I actually customize it a lot. So for ADS low zoom and 2 to 3 times zoom, I have it set to 0.68, maybe because this is my reg gunning ADS sensitivity multipliers or whatever. So whenever I'm using a red gun, whether it's iron sights or it has like a red dot sight or a 3 times to whatever, this is where I use regular guns. It just makes it a little more stickier, a little more nicer. You know, it's not too bad. I like it a lot. As for 4 through high zoom or whatever, now this I have it set to higher than usual. So the default is 1.00, but I play on 1.03, mainly because I play on 9 sensitivity. So it's already a little slow. Given to me, it feels pretty nice. It's already a little slow. So playing on 9.9 sensitivity, I bumped this up to 1.03 so I can snap or flick a little faster, and it just feels good. I like it a lot. Again, feel free to try it. Don't really recommend copying my settings, but feel free if you really want to go for it and test it yourself and play around. Work with it after that. Another important part, what I think is very, very, very important to the way you play and the way you move, your input delay and all that, is Deadzone. Now, don't copy my Deadzone settings. Every controller is different. Every player is different. Everybody has more of a, I guess, on their thumb, I guess, when they play. Everybody, like, I tend to tick a little bit, or like I tend to, like, my thumb tends to like wiggle a little bit, so I move a lot. Everybody's different. I recommend, obviously Deadzone is used for, if you have stick drift. So you have a lot of stick drift or whatever, you would put your Deadzone really high up, but I don't really have stick drift on my controller. At least I don't really feel like I do. And so I have it set to low. Obviously the lower it is, the more or less input delay you'll have. So the more control you'll have when you move around. You also want to keep this in mind when you're sniping, because when you're ADS and you're flicking, the lower it is, the less input delay you'll have. So any little shrug on the controller, or the little, the grip or whatever, the toggle stick, you'll move your sniper. So again, don't copy my settings, but if you want to, go for it, and from there, play around and see what you like personally. For me, 0.06 is perfect on the right stick and the left stick. It just feels good. It lets me flick nicely, and it doesn't feel like, there's like a delay when I move or anything like that. So that's what I have. Left stick and right stick max input Deadzone, I have it set to 0.99. You can put it up to 100. I just like 0.99. It just feels good, but whatever works with you, honestly. Left and right trigger Deadzone. Now this, I have it set to 0 and 0. I don't really have to have an issue with this because I have mouse click triggers on the back of my controller because I use the back triggers. But you really could, if you really want, if you're like on a regular controller, or like you have to pull the back trigger back, or unless you use bumpers or whatever, you can use this to give you less input delay when you're shooting or aiming down sights. It's very useful. I used to use this on my old controllers, and it's really nice. Alright, the last and final thing that I really did with my settings, really, is ground mantle, automatic airborne mantle, and automatic ground mantle. So I have these three sets off, mainly because if I'm using regular guns, or if I'm sniping, if you have these sets on, if you're ADS and you jump next to an object, you'll mantle while you're ADS shooting that person or whatever it is. So it's very annoying, much of a hassle to having it on. So I have it off, so when I am fighting someone, or in the middle of a gunfight, I don't randomly mantle over something. So it's very useful, at least for me. But again, your personal preference and all that, it's just a little handful tip that I personally use. And that is basically my controller settings. So if you guys enjoyed the video so far, it took me a minute to really find my settings and really get comfortable with my sniping settings, because I wanted to find a middle ground where I could use a regular gun and I could use a sniper back and forth without having to change anything or move a lot. And I found that middle ground, and it feels amazing. So again, like I said in the beginning of the video, in the middle of the video, and everywhere in this video, do not copy my settings. If you want to, you can, obviously. And if you do, make sure you play around, see what you like. This is mainly for the people that want to get an idea where to start for sniping, I guess. For new snipers out there, I recommend you guys use maybe 7.7 sensitivity, maybe 10.10 sensitivity, maybe 9.9, whatever it is. But again, do not copy every single setting, but you could copy some. Like I said, you can copy all of it if you really want. Just mess around with it, find your own groove, because every controller is different, every player is different. That's all I'm saying. But hope you guys enjoy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.